we live with money, we use money to purchase things, we know we need money to survive, because the way things are, it's just like the means of exchange. There's a lot surrounding money, there's a lot surrounding finances, because no matter how we see this, we are directly or indirectly involved with money. Before now, it was a barter system where what you have, you exchange for what you don't have, and we were living a little better. Things were a little better than what is happening now, right? And then later on, gradually it started going to gold and exchange of mineral resources, exchange of all these other minerals. When you have them, you exchange them for what you don't have. And then gradually we got into notes, we got into papers that were created with some chemicals and some write-up and some images of some persons, and with some figures, and we call it money. And this is we today being controlled by money. Not just the money right now, but those who control the money are those that controls us.
Who runs the world? Is it the reptilians? Is it the Jesuits? Is it the Illuminati or the Freemasons? We can go on and on about this, but I don't think it is reasonable to even begin arguing about the mechanism that is used to exert this control. The mechanism is finance. The whole point of finance is to indebt, otherwise to enslave. Mortgage is classified as a debt grip. When you get a mortgage, you have a debt grip held over you because you are in debt. The bank owns the house that loaned you the money to buy the house, unless you are fortunate enough to have all the money to buy it outright. And even then, you can be taxed by the government. And if you fail to keep up with those taxes, the government can take it from you. The whole system is based on financial fraud, which effectively takes the power that we have as a people and gives it to a tiny group of individuals who are running the world through the control of finance. We have allowed them to take an infinite supply of money. And with that money, and from their psychopathic point of view, they have bought everything and everyone who can be bought. This
piece of paper has broken, it has built, it has created, it has destroyed, and the fact that we collectively gave this power to this piece of paper is something that we should, I think, talk about. Because it's all of us, we agreed, it's an agreement that, okay, the piece of paper is what we're going to give power to as a source or a means of exchange for whatever we're going to do. Now, this same piece of papers have categories. There are some that are higher, there are some that are lower. Now, when you come to Africa, almost all our currencies are below the US dollars. Almost all our currencies are below the US dollars. Now, this is done deliberately. Now, what is the difference between the US dollar and all other currencies? They are all pieces of paper. They all have figures on them. They all have pictures of some persons on them. They all have colors on them, and the rest of them. But what makes the US dollar higher? It is the power that we have collectively given the US dollar. That is what makes the US dollar higher. Now, they haven't depriving people that want to go into using gold in exchange. Like, if you want to get some things, you want to pay for some of your debt, you use your gold to pay it up. Now, I think there was a time they had so much issues, a serious issue with the Ghanaians, because they were trying to venture into this. And a lot of persons are like, oh, if the Ghanaians do this, the value of the dollar definitely is going to drop. Now, that is their fear. Anything that will make them lose this power that they have, they try to push it off. And that is why you see that it's like they are so unbeatable, they are so untouchable, because they always try to kick off anything that is like a threat to them sitting on this name, this world power or whatever. Who are those ruling the world? Now, these persons that claim they rule the world do not just do this without the power that we give them. This is something I want us to think about. Now, without you giving power to someone, that person cannot rule you. And that is why in some of our countries in Africa, it's like, with the way things are during elections, why not, since you already have a candidate and you want the candidate already to be in power, and the candidate have told himself that I am the one that will be in power. Now, why do you need the people? Why do you need to organize something called election, and then you manipulate the election so you get whatever? They need the power, the power that the people will give. No matter how it comes, they just need the people to be behind it. Even if they're going to buy some persons to rig, to manipulate the figures, they need people to do that. That is the power. The main power is the force, the force that the people give out to these things or to these persons. And that is why you see that it is because we have given power to it that it is powerful. Now, what happens when we take the power off it? Can we do that easily? That is another question. Those who are in control of the power that we give to this money, they are the ones that rule the world. Those people that are in control of this power that we have given to money, they are the ones that are ruling the world, and they are the ones we call the supremacists. Because when you are in charge of the finance of a people, you are in charge of their lives. Since we have even decided to tie all we have on the piece of paper, that is why you see they are getting more powerful by day. They are getting more powerful by day, and that is why you see this the BRICS movement of the Russians is like a threat to the other parts, because it's like by the time that is implemented and it's done, definitely it's going to affect the ruling system of the world. Definitely it's going to affect the supremacists, because their whole power will not be as strong as it has been or as it should be for them. Now, this is all centered on money. And why is it centered on money? It is centered on money because money rules. And why is money ruling? Money is ruling because we gave it the power to rule. Now, it is not going to be possible to say, okay, let's withdraw the power we've given to money. But all of a sudden, it's going to be, but not all of a sudden. But gradually, of course, something is going to work out. But how is the disposition of others? And that is why you see this issue of notes, this piece of paper. It's like it has come to stay. It's like it has come to stay. Now they are gradually trying to make everything cashless. You're going to have those figures in your bank, but you need a card to do all these things. And my poor parents that are not used to some of these things, they want to go get some food, and you tell them they need to operate on a machine. You tell them they need a car. They need a car to go use to get some things. It's not easy. It's not easy. This is not our system. As Africans, this is not us. This system is a system of those people. It is not us. We are people that are free, and we move around so freely that we are those that can just, okay, let's take this curry, and I need that. I need a piece of bread. Here is the exchange. Oh, I need a piece of this. Here is the exchange. The way we were before, that was the best thing that could ever happen to people. But we thought we've grown. We are now a continent that has grown to a level, so we should imitate some persons that claim they are ruling the world, because we felt that the West was the best, and then we drank their cultures, their tradition, their means of exchange, their everything down to rest here. Money has cost a lot. Anyway, what do you think about money? What do you think about the barter system? What do you think? Do you think we can also deviate something that can be used for exchange instead of, other than these notes that is causing us all this trouble? And do you think it's going to be possible? Because those who are enjoying this power, I don't think they're going to let it be. I don't think they're going to let it be anyway. But the life we were having before, if we can start trying to bring them back, the positive life we were having, if we can start trying to bring them back, I think I think the world, our continent will be better, the world will be better. I think that's just what I feel. Leave your comment and thought there at the section, and I'll see you in my next one. Until then, love yourself, love others, stay safe, stay positive. Bye for now.